Hello, welcome to this talk. Today we're going to talk about is your seasonal worker shifts management with the Odoo Planning app. When I show you this Excel file, I think a lot of you are a bit afraid. Totally understandable. It's a lot of time-consuming moment because I'm going to spend hours and hours to fill in my planning and try to find out if my employee is on holiday or not on holiday. All right. Now, actually, this can be changed. Basically, on Odoo, we can ease this process together with AI, with auto assign, etc., etc. This is what I'm going to show you today. Right here, you can find a QR code to ask a question regarding my talk or regarding the planning app, which I will answer at the end of the talk. No worries if you don't have time to scan, you will find it back at the end. Okay, perfect. So, let's jump in our use case. We are La Folie Agitée, a seasonal ski station bar and restaurant, of course, in the mountains. Today, we have to create our planning. It's very high peak season. We have a lot of people coming to the station, and we will require a few extra members to help us with the restaurant. Let's jump directly and dive into Odoo. All right, so here I am on Odoo. First thing first, I will go to my employee application. And on my employee application, I have already pre-configured a lot of employees. But I will need at least one more. So what I'm going to do is create my new employee. All right, so I will give him first name. And something quite important, I will give him an email to be able to communicate with him. And his email is liam@fa.com. All right. Now that this is done, I can of course complete and add some pictures. What I'm going to do is just fill in a few other informations. So I will go to the settings and I'm going to give him a role. Why? Because Odoo will require a role to be able to assign the shift directly to the right person. Liam is going to be supporting our team with the bar. So this is the first thing to do. Next one to do, we're going to go to payroll because at the moment Liam did not start. So we're going to say Liam did start actually on the 14th. We don't need to put an end date. We don't know when he's going to stop, at least not for the moment. Next thing to do, we see here that we have our working hours. Odoo gives multiple possibility. At the moment, you see here that he is on the standard hours of the company, which are flexible hours, which basically means here that he can spend 50 hours on planning or working, but he cannot exceed it. Odoo is going to take consideration of this, and he can work here during the night, but also like during the day. It's not fixed like from 8 till 12 and then during the afternoon. But Liam is a student, so we will be a little more gentle with him. We will put some days off for him. We will give Liam 2 days off on Tuesday and Saturday. So when I go here, you see I have all the other days during the whole day, except my Tuesday and my Saturday. All right, perfect. Now Liam is fully configured. So you see directly he has also his entries which are created. Let's go back to my main dashboard because I received a message from one of my employees. She will be not present next week because her family is visiting her. So we will book in a time off. So let's create a new one. My employee here is Anna, and Anna is going to be off for the whole next week, so from the 22nd till the 28th. So for 5 days, of course, Odoo is not including weekends. Let's save. All right, this is fine, and now we can jump directly to the planning application. Okay, so I will jump directly to next week. We have already a good overview of all the employees which worked last week, and I can see directly, because it's grayed out, that Anna is not available. But let's plan some shifts. Actually, Odoo, since last version, is proposing shifts templates, which allow me to win some time. Basically here, I can pre-configure a lot of settings, like for example the start hour and end hour, and the role of the person I want to assign it to. But also, my time span. What is my time span? Basically, if a shift is going over multiple days, I can say, for example, here it's starting at 5 and it's ending at 2. Before, it was not possible to put it on 2 days. Now, this will ease the process and you will not be required to put one shift for the first day and another one for the second. It's going to be automatically splitted on both. Okay, I we'll start planning now. So I know that I will need at least 3 to 4 bartenders. So now I can drag and drop and add my shift template. So I will add here my bar manager, and I'm going to add my other employees as well. So another one. So I can use this function on the Gantt view, but also on the calendar view, which I'm going to show just after. All right, just going to remove Anna. Okay, perfect. Now, I will also require more than a bartender, a chef. So I'm going to add one chef. Okay. And I'm also going to add a DG. But the DG, actually, I'm not going to assign him this way, because we only need one on Tuesday. So I'm going to go and switch view and go to my calendar view. And basically, I can drag and drop this way, but I can also drag and drop and say, every Tuesday, I have my DG coming to the restaurant. And so what I will do is just use again my template from 3 to 10. I'm going to add it here, and you see that automatically there was one shift which was created. But it is not assigned. So what I'm going to do now is, and I did a mistake, I put the chef, so I'm just going to put the DJ instead. Okay. And you see directly my DG is working from Tuesday till Wednesday in the beginning of the night. Okay, perfect. Now that this is done, let's go to the real action. I'm going to use my autoplan action. My autoplan, when I will press on it, it will basically look to the rules of my employee. Is that person available? For example, Anna is not available for Monday, so she's not going to have any shifts. And it's going to assign to everyone the right shifts. So you see it here. And basically, directly I see that I'm missing probably a bar tender on Tuesday. All right, this is great, but I will still need to do some edits, because possibly I can drag and drop and just put it on someone else on another day or whatever, do directly the edits here. Once this is done, I will publish, because now it's great. I've created my calendar, but I want to share it with my employees. So I'm gonna press the publish button, and here I can choose my period. So here I'm just gonna share it from the 21st of from now till the 27th, and for all of those employees. I could remove Anna here, because basically I'm not going to share anything with her, but let's keep her here. Also very important, I see here that I can share with them the open shifts. So those 2 shifts above, they will be able to see them, and we're going to see it just afterwards. All right, so now it changed, because beforehand it was like with a little bar, but now we see directly that everything is published to my employees. Let's see what they received. So for this, I'm going to just go to the technical settings. So I had activated the developer modus beforehand, and I'm going to look to all the emails that went out of my database. And I see directly here that I have a few mails which went out. So here, for example, Tom received an email which is fully personal, like I can personalize it if I want, with basically a button to send here his planning. So when you press on it, he arrives directly on a nice page with all of his shifts. I prefer the week view. So here directly I see that I'm going to have to work a lot for the next days, but it's high season, so it's normal. And other possibility, I'm just going to have to go back. Other possibility as well, I see here that I have a button to add it directly to my calendar. So basically it's going to be added directly to my Google Calendar or my iCloud Calendar, depending on what I'm using. So this is the email he received. As a manager, I can also directly see what he received and how it's displayed for him through my preview button. So here I see that I have my preview button, and I can see, for example, let's say I'm Liam. So I'm going to log in as Liam, preview, and I see what Liam is seeing here. So this is quite nice, so at least I can have directly an idea of what I can do or not do. But now, let's say, for example, Liam, he's not available on Wednesday. So he's going to ask to switch. So he's pressing this button, and you see that automatically it is like a little blurred out, and that I have a new unwanted shift available if someone else wants to take it. Which means, if I log in as another employee. For example, let's say Anna, actually, she wants to work at the end. She can log in and she can assign herself a shift. So you see here, I want to take it. Me as a manager, I want to be warned about this. So what I can do is use here the filters to be able to see directly my different requests to switch. So now I have already done the changes, but that I have a view directly on what they change. So which is pretty nice actually. Right, perfect. Another thing, new functionality, which is pretty good, is the fact that with the Control P now, the display of my calendar is way better than before. I have directly a nice paper which I can print and add directly to my, like for example, my staff room or another room to show it to my employees. Okay, great. You can also access the print button directly from here. And now I want to show you another functionality. So let's move on. I will go and start my planning for next week. And actually, last week, my planning was very good. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to copy my planning of the previous week, just by adding here, copy previous week. And directly you see that all of my planning shifts did arrive right here. Only thing to pay attention to is the fact that Anna is working again today for next week. So directly I can just move and put, for example, a new shift to Anna and just continue it this way. And then I will have to publish it. All right, so this was it about the planning. So you see that it's pretty easy. There is some configuration to do beforehand with the working schedules. The time off is pretty much done by the employee, so it's nice. It's not work that I have to do. So a big configuration in the beginning, but once you have done this, it's going to be pretty easy to do it once a week. Just to auto-assign, just change some switches. The employee are doing it on their own. So I hope that now when I show you this table, you're like, this is now finished for me. I'm not going to continue using those shitty Excel table, we can say it, which I'm really spending way too much time, and I'm going to really focus on the added value in my business and do like my business directly within Odoo with my planning app. So I hope you enjoyed this configuration and this presentation. And if you have other questions, you can scan the QR code, which I will be happy to answer directly.
Hello, how's it going?
Great, thanks.
One of the questions is if I can send or can I send shifts using WhatsApp?
You cannot send shift with WhatsApp at the moment. Maybe in the future. It's a nice feedback though, so I will take it with me and give it back to the product owner.
Is it integrated with the projects app?
No, you really have to like separate project and planning. Planning is really for my resources, while project is more like to plan the whole deadline of a project. So during my project, I will have multiple people working directly in it. But, which is nice, is actually if I go back to my database, I don't think I have projects, so I'm not going to be able to show it. But you have the top bar on the project, which basically makes you possible to link directly planning shifts to my project, which like really is the fact of linking those planning shifts, and so you will win some time as well.
What if everyone decides to remove their shifts? Is there a limit amount of unassignation?
There is no limit amount of an assignation. What I can do, however, is like forbid, like make it not possible to unassign myself from shifts, which will avoid everyone unassigning itself. The fact of unassigning itself is like not mandatory, just a flexibility you give to your employees.
Do all crew members need an account, or can you plan them without creating accounts for each of them?
So to plan a resource, so an employee, for example, the resource don't need an account. So you can directly plan the shift to that person. He will just receive an email, and he doesn't need a user account. Only the planning manager, to say so, needs an account.
We were asking, or I was asking about the integration with projects. Now the same question is, but with POS.
With POS, why would you want to link POS with planning? Basically, there are two different apps, but you can use them together. Like POS is just going to be like for your shop, and then you plan your like your employees directly with the planning app.
What's your favorite feature of version 19 in planning?
I think let's just dive in. My favorite one now is that it's really more visual, more easy. I will also have now with the templates and with my mass assign, I can do it very quickly. I don't lose time to really have to create one by one for every day. So this is clearly my favorite feature.
Well, one of the questions is if you can group shifts, for example, that they have to register for a block of shifts on multiple days.
Uh, so you
I think it's more like this.
So you mean like, for example, if I separate two shifts to like regroup them afterwards? I'm not sure if you can, but it's a good question. If you want, we can check together after the session.
What's the best way to plan an off day for employees if each employee has a different off day every week?
Okay, so here it's a bit depending. For example, if my employee is working for fifth, you really have to do it with the work schedule directly to say, for example, that employee is not working on a Friday and creating one work schedule for every different combination. Afterwards, you can also use the a time off application. Either you are doing it for the employees or the employees are directly configuring their time off from their application.
How can you display all employees on the planning?
Yeah, so this is for the moment a little limitation, but it's always a feedback that we can give. At the moment, you will only see the employees which have shift plans. But you can absolutely, when you press new, just add another employee. So here they are all assigned, but I can just choose one which is unassigned at the moment and add it directly through my new planning. Also, the autoplan functionality will not only look to the employees which are displayed, but also to all the employees which have like this possibility, this role, etc.
Is there a way to know that a shift started and well, I cannot actually see the question, but like a clock, basically when a shift started and finished, maybe, I think is the question.
I think at the moment, like you see in your calendar directly, if the question is like more to do some check-in and check-out, you can also use Planning app in combination with like I forgot the name of the application, but there is an application dedicated to really clock in, clock out, and now you will be able as well to like really compare both what is planned and what the employee like registered.
Yeah, they're saying here an attendance app.
Yeah, that's an attendance app.
That's it. I think that's all the questions that we have so far. Regarding the question that I asked you before with the POS,
Yeah.
the person who wrote it now updated it for the shifts.
Yeah,
of the
so
employees.
I really would say like to use both of them like separately, but on the same database, of course. But you really plan your shifts for the employees directly on the POS, on the planning app, and then use the POS for like the casa, like really to do the checkout directly.
Well, I don't think we have any more questions.
Okay.
Thank you very much
Perfect.
for all the
Thank you.
answers.